Okay, so your assignment today is this dragon meiosis activity. So the first thing you're going to do after watching the Amoeba Sisters video is pick up a handout from the front, if you haven't done that already, okay? And then you're going to go through and answer the pre-activity questions. Note that it says answer incomplete sentences, okay? There's 4 questions, and in the 4th question, I gave you a hint. Instead of answering their question directly, you can just define heterozygous and homozygous. Step 2, you're going to color in the homologous chromosomes using similar colors but not identical colors, okay? It's just trying to say maybe you do one in blue and then you could either color the other one in really lightly blue, you can see H and H, or maybe you do this one as just blue, and this one could be stripes of blue, just so that you can tell the difference between capital H and little h, big B, big E, big R, little r. Okay, so you want to have some variation instead. We don't have purple, as you guys know, in the colored pencil box, so if you want to make that one like orange, because I know I have that one, orange and stripy orange, that works for me, okay? When you're finished coloring those, you're going to use the answers to the pre-lab questions and these hints to draw or color your meiosis and how it works on the diagram on the next page, okay? So the hint is the picture to the right shows the original cell. Remember, we don't have purple, so this is actually going to be an orange solid and an orange stripe, okay, which means this one would be a blue solid, blue solid and a blue stripe, okay, red solid and red stripe, so as you can tell the difference, okay, the solid should be the capital, and then the stripe, if it'll let me write, the stripes should be the little letters, okay? Okay, so your hints. The picture to the right shows the original cell, so there is the original cell. Interphase is the same in mitosis and meiosis, and homologous chromosomes stay paired up until meiosis 1. So here you can see this picture a little bit better, and that's what I was just trying to say is that you want to make all the uppercase letters are a solid color, lowercase is a stripe of that color. That'll be easier for you to differentiate on your papers, okay? So that would be H, and here would be little h, B, and little b, oops, undo, just kidding, that was the big B. So your little b will be the stripes, okay? Now notice that this is the traits being passed on from dad, and on this side we are having the traits that are being passed down from mom, okay? So you're going to draw your baby dragon according to this. So remember that dragons have a diploid number of 8, right? 2 copies of all 4 of these chromosomes. And you're going to draw what the organism would look like based off of its genotypes on the previous page. Okay, so I gave you guys the textbook number. It is, or page number I should say. You can reference page 276 in the book, and that will help you kind of go through this drawing. When you're finished with that, you'll work on the post-activity questions, and that should be it. So we'll just take a minute to look at the worksheet, make sure we're all on the same page. So for our activity, okay, you can see this is what your paper should look like. Here were the pre-activity questions. Here is where I told you to define heterozygous and homozygous instead. Okay, genotypes and phenotypes, we haven't discussed this explicitly yet, but if you know that capital letters are dominant, that's the trait that will show. And you have to have 2 lowercase letters, and it will be the lowercase version. So for example, this has a capital H and a little h, or a big H and a big H. As long as it has one big H, the phenotype will be rounded, the dominant phenotype. If you have a little h, then it will show as spiked. So if we look over here on the worksheet, we know that Dad is giving us a big H, Mom is giving us a little h. Since we have at least one big H, just like it says down here, the baby's head is going to be rounded. And that's how you're going to follow the same thing for all of these other traits. Okay? If that's still confusing to you, it explains it on pages 264 through 265 of your textbook. And you're going to draw and color your baby dragon right here according to what Dad and Mom gave her. Or him, I guess. Could be either. For the second page, or on the back side, you will draw the 8 chromosomes from the above stage using the blank cells below. This will help you visualize the possible genetic outcomes in 4 gametes made by the dragon, your new baby dragon, during meiosis. So it's much easier if you use the different colors for the chromosomes that you used at the beginning. And if you need some help with this, pages 276 through 277, you're going from original diploid to your haploid cells right here. Once you've finished that, you should work with your partner to answer the post-activity questions. These should be incomplete sentences, and be ready to share them out on Wednesday when we come back to class. Hopefully that helps you guys make sense of everything today, and do your best to work together and make sure you finish the assignment. Also, I wanted to let you know that there is a survey posted at the top of Google Classroom that a senior student of mine needs your info. So please take the survey. It's anonymous. They won't know who you are, and I'll give you 5 points extra credit. Okay? And that's it. So I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.